Roseman with $14 million in cap space is like Jerry Jones having $150 million in cap space. Howie Roseman can do a lot of damage with $14 million. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, the Eagles have entered the golden era of football. That's right, it is the Philadelphia Eagles' golden era of football, and everybody knows it. That's why the Eagles really are America's team.
Dallas still stinks.
Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. So tonight is the night the NFL schedule comes out, and I cannot wait. Now, by the time you guys see this video, they've probably leaked out every game and when it's going to take place. But I'm excited nonetheless. Not just because this schedule's coming out, but because we are entering the golden era of Philadelphia Eagles football. I am so excited. I have been waiting for this since I was 5 years old. I watched Washington's golden era. I've seen the Giants. I even seen them stinking Dallas Cowboys. Even though I was in high school being late for history class all the time and flunking Spanish because I couldn't even pronounce my own name because I couldn't say J's. But you're not here to talk about my Jays. You're here to talk about Philadelphia Eagles and the golden era of football. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe to the most censored, the most throttled, pause, Eagles content creator in all of the internet. And if you've been subscribed for a while, I just want to thank you for all the support you guys give to me. It truly, truly means a lot. And I know my voice may sound raspy, but it is really early in the morning for me. It's not even light out yet, so it's early in the morning for you guys. And I'm still kind of waking up, but I had to get this video out because I got a lot to say. I'm dreaming of Eagles football. It's the golden era, baby. But we need a drink to that. Peeky up when you drink. Shows you have class. Now, when I talk about the golden era of football, right? As not of football, but specifically of Philadelphia Eagles football. What I'm saying to you is I believe in my lifetime, I have never seen the Eagles in the position they are now, where I believe over the course of the next 7 to 10 years, they are going to win multiple championships. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And there's a lot of reasons for it. We're going to get into all of it. And the Eagles really, they're the envy of the NFL, especially in the NFC East. This video may trigger some Cowboy fans, but I'm sorry. The truth has to be said. I have to tell you how I feel, okay? But before I get too much further into it, because I could just go on a rant, I did need to talk about a few things first, okay? As we sit right now, there are 2 games that we know we're getting. We've talked about the Christmas game yesterday. I hate the Eagles playing Christmas Day, although I'm warming up to it. Eagles-Giants, December 25th. But we also know now that the Eagles, Week 13, will be playing the San Francisco 49ers in a rematch of the NFC Championship game. Did you hear that, Dallas Cowboy fans? I said if you didn't, because you're deaf and you got Jerry Jones ears, I said a rematch of the NFC Championship game. I know you don't know what that's like, most of you, because you've never seen your team do it. But the Eagles will be rematching the San Francisco 49ers. And you 49er fans out there, you all cried that, oh, of course you guys want to play us week 1 or week 2. We ain't going to have Purdy. Like, we're scared of Purdy. Wreck-It Reddick showed you what he thought of Purdy. But there's no excuses for you guys. San Francisco 49er fans, you getting us late in the year. It's going to matter. Probably playoff position on the line. Division title for you. Hopefully we're clinching everything or close to it. It's going to be a hell of a game, hell of a rematch. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. But those are the only 2 games as of right now when this video is being made that we know of. Now, as soon as I'm done, I'm sure they're going to announce everything. Okay? So it is what it is. We will be talking about the schedule, though, a lot later today because they're releasing it. I'll probably be live at some point, have videos out. So definitely look for that. And I guess I should say this because it's news. But Jalen Carter is being sued. Devin Willock's father filed a $40 million lawsuit against Jalen Carter and the University of Georgia Athletics over fatal crash. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to pretend to know all the ins and outs of this case and whatnot. But just from a quick outside person looking in, not understanding all the things and not being a lawyer, I don't understand how you could sue a guy that wasn't even in the same car. Unless he physically forced somebody to get in, I don't see how that would affect Jalen Carter. But, like I said, I'm not a lawyer, so we'll just have to let that play out. But Jalen Carter is going to have to deal with it. He can't allow it to be too much of a distraction, though. In truth, it is what it is. Be ready for the season starts, and I'm sure they'll work it out. I feel for anybody that especially loses a child. I know it's hard, and I couldn't fathom or understand, but that is some news, so it's out there, and we'll see what comes of it. Now, as I was saying, the golden era of Philadelphia Eagles football. I believe we're in the golden era of Philadelphia Eagles football. I believe that the team we've constructed is one of the best teams, pure all-around teams that I've seen ever with the Eagles. And I think over the course of the next 7 to 10 years, I think the Philadelphia Eagles should win multiple championships. I think we're in that range. Right now, the Eagles are in the top 10 in cap space. You got the Bears, one at 35.7, then Carolina, Detroit. But there you go to number 10, you got the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't see Washington on there. I don't see the Giants on there. They ain't even got a receiver. They stink. Then I don't see Dallas on there. They got a bunch of old people. Dallas needs Canes. I don't see them on there, but I do see the Eagles. $14.9 million in cap space. Like I said, that's like Jerry Jones having $150 million in cap space. Howie Roseman can do a lot of damage with $14.9 million in cap space. Let me tell you, a lot of damage. And for all of you guys that want to tell me the Eagles are done, we're finished, we've built our roster, we have 4 roster spots open. 4 open, $14.9 million. You've already signed your number 1 draft pick. Howie Roseman ain't done. He ain't even close to done. You know who's done? The Giants, Washington, the Cowboys. They're done. Like, their golden eras are done. Ours are just beginning. And then I truly mean it. When you look at the Eagles, I mean, they're ready to go. They're ready to go. This is what drives the Cowboy fans insane. This is what triggers them. This is what have Mark Holmes doing a bunch of videos about us all the time, because they know it. They saw, especially the older Cowboy fans, they saw their team in the 90s. They saw what it was like to have a golden era. That it's done, but they see that it's coming with the Eagles. They know deep inside the Eagles are entering the golden era. Okay, Jerry Jones is 4,332 years old. He's stuck in the 90s. He doesn't even build his team. He builds his team for like he's building a team in the 90s. He stinks. They ain't going to no NFC Championship game. They'll be lucky to get to the playoffs this year. The Philadelphia Eagles are in the golden era. And I'm not even kidding. The Cowboy fans know this. They know this. I mean, the Eagles, if you look at the Eagles, from owner to the last player on that roster, the Eagles are better all over. Jeffrey Lurie, Jerry Jones, give me Lurie. Front office, give me the Eagles. Quarterback, give me the Eagles. Why do I say that? Quarterback, because I know that they're going to have a problem with that. Your quarterback can't get past the second round of playoffs. Our quarterback went and played good enough to win a Super Bowl. All right? So we know what we got in our quarterback. I take the Eagles wide receivers. I'll take the Eagles tight end. I'll take the Eagles offensive line. I'll take their running backs. I'll take their defensive line. I'll take their corners. I'll take this team through and through. I'll take their fans. Okay? I'll take it. I'll take the blades of grass on the field. I'll take it. The Eagles, they are built to win multiple championships. And I really think, because you always get, in every area, you always get a couple teams that are really good, always fighting each other for rings. I think it's the Eagles and the Chiefs. I think these are going to be the two teams that are really going to be out in front of everybody over the course of the next 7 to 10 years. I think we're getting a repeat of the Super Bowl next year. I truly do. I really believe it's going to happen. So the Eagles are really entering the golden era. And truth be told, titles change, Philadelphia was once the capital of the country. It's now Washington, D.C. Well, if the Dallas Cowboys were America's team, I don't think they deserve that title anymore. I think that title belongs to the Philadelphia Eagles. I think right now, Philadelphia Eagles are really the true new America's team. I really believe that. I think that we should start calling ourselves. I don't think Dallas deserves the title. They can't win anything. All right, at least we are the birthplace of the country. We're America's team as far as I'm concerned. And the Eagles are really in the golden era. And to think Howie Roseman is done is just it's not happening, okay? Now, I was reading this thing on Bleacher Report, and they were talking about some guys the Eagles could possibly cut, right? And the first guy they talked about was Trey Sermon. Could the Eagles cut Trey Sermon? Yeah, Trey Sermon's probably gone. That's no brainer. Then they have Marlon Tuapululutu. I can never pronounce his name, the defensive tackle. Yeah, he's probably gone too. Those are probably 2 cuts. And then they have Quez Watkins, all right? And this is the one I specifically wanted to talk about really quick before I end this video, because I don't understand why they think the Eagles are going to cut Quez Watkins or possibly trade him. I don't think the Eagles are looking to trade Quez Watkins anymore. Not unless they go out and get another wide receiver. Quez Watkins, okay, we have talked a lot about third receiver. Now, there's a lot of people, they like to call him, shout out to Bonzology, he likes to call him Quez Dropkins. But I think Quez is going to have a rebound year. I think Quez is going to have a big rebound year, and he's going to prove a lot of people wrong, and I cannot wait, because Quez Watkins to me still can play. Okay, and then you went out, you got the Zacharias kid from Atlanta. I think that those 2 guys can compete as a third wide receiver. Now, if you want to bring in somebody else for competition, I'm all for it. I'm all for competition, but I don't know. I don't know how Bleacher Report would sit there and have him as a cut or trade candidate, because you still need a third receiver. In order for them to go out and give Olimad Zacharias or Zacchaeus. God, I'm so bad with names. This is what I'm saying. I couldn't even pronounce the J in Spanish because it's silent or something. I forget. But can't say names. But we'll just call him Z. I don't know how you can just bring that kid in and then just give Quez away. You'd have to bring in another wide receiver. That's the only way it's possible, So we'll have to see what the Eagles do. But that's who Bleacher Report has as their 3 candidates to get cut or traded. I don't think Tuluatupu or Sermon you could trade. Quez, maybe you could trade, but you wouldn't get not much for him. The other 2 guys will get cut. But Quez Watkins, I think you got to give him one more chance. Just my opinion. You got to give him one more chance. But that's what I think, And these are the great things we get to think about when you have such a complete team, you have such a good team, and you are on your way to another NFC Championship game and probably a Super Bowl, probably playing the Chiefs again. We are in the golden era of Philadelphia Eagles football. And I know that drives the Dallas Cowboy fans crazy, but it's the truth. And you have to accept it. And that fact is you won't accept it. So we will have to beat it out of you guys when we play the Dallas Cowboys, which I don't know when that's going to be. We'll find out later tonight. But remember, Eagles, golden era of football. Don't forget it. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. And remember, it's how we vision. We're all just living in it. When you know you're in the golden era of football and you know that the other teams, your rival teams, truly know it, you can tell by the way they react to your draft pick. When they freak out about who you picked, you know it's a glorious thing. Just check this out. Denzel Washington, out.
Guys like Russell Maryland and Leon Lett. Okay. This is the Eagles.
Kelly Porter.
Eagles.
There it is. Nolan Smith.
Nolan Smith.